Good morning, you guys. I am filming on the Monday morning of Thanksgiving week. I will probably post this on another day, and it's game time. It's game time. I've got the menu together, I've got the grocery list, and I think I need to go today. I almost went yesterday, which is Sunday, but I didn't. I filmed yesterday a couple of videos, and I know how it is at the supermarket. If you don't get there early morning, things are really picked over by the time that I would have gone, which would have been about 4 p.m., 5 o'clock. And it's also dark at that time, and just it's not fun going into the supermarket and having to like dig through stuff that's been picked over. I like for the fresh produce and everything to be out. So let's do a super quick. I always say super quick, so I'm gonna stop saying that. Let's do a get ready with me, and then let's go grocery shopping later. I do have a full work day, and I think I'm gonna take the last maybe half hour off to just get to the supermarket before it gets too crazy. I just said all of that about getting there early in the morning, and then I'm telling you that I'm gonna go after work today. But that's what I got going on. We ain't doing no primer today. I'm just gonna go straight in with the makeup. I have done my skincare, of course. Y'all, I'm still rocking tough with that Kiehl's Ferulic Brew and the serum that I'm using. I ran out of the Clarins double the Clarins double serum. I have two backups, but I wanted to break into that watermelon glow. What is it called? Glow recipe, watermelon glow, niacinamide, dewdrops or whatever. So that was the serum. And then of course I got my Paula's Choice on, and I've got my aligners in. So if my S's are off and whatever, you know that's why. Y'all, I'm almost done with this dental treatment. I have an appointment next Thursday morning, Wednesday or Thursday morning. I think it's November 30th. And if things look well, like they're sitting on top of each other well, because I told y'all don't want to look all in my mouth. I got rubber bands in my mouth. Let me just say that to make sure that my jawline is aligning well. And I'm feeling that it's a lot better. So I am really hoping that the orthodontist is like, you are good to go. And I know he's going to recommend, or at least have me think about, whether I want to do the interproximal reduction that I talked about in a previous video, where they actually go in between your teeth and just they use a file to reduce them a little bit, so that you don't have, you can't see it because of my aligners being in, you don't have what are called the black triangles, which are little black spots under at the bottom parts of your teeth where they meet the gum, where it looks like you have like pepper stuck in your teeth or something like that. Now, I'm debating that. So anyway, I'll keep you all posted on that. Lots of details around that we don't need to get into this morning. I wanted to share that I am doing okay with my audiobook, The Alice Network. I know y'all were wondering. I know y'all were on the edge of your seats like, is Veronica enjoying The Alice Network? Not. That book, it was really hard. It's an audiobook. It's really hard to get into for me when, so the book switches time periods. It goes back into like World War I and then jumps to World War II. And then after that, and then kind of flip-flops between those three periods. And it flip-flops between two voices, which took me forever to figure out. And so sometimes I can be a little dense about things like that and just really confused. I'm smart about some things and just really not smart about other things. So I was so confused, like, what? Why are we hearing from the character Eve? And then I don't even remember the other woman's name, but she's young and pregnant out of wedlock, which at that time, was a really big deal. So it's between those two characters going back and forth, and I'm so confused. But I did hang in there for a few hours, and it finally got kind of sort of interesting. So I'm making my way through. I've got about 10 hours left. Excuse me, I am not keeping y'all up to date on what I'm using. The Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer. Color is 36 Hazelnut Beige. And this is one of my favorite foundations, and I don't use it enough. This is the Dior Backstage Foundation in 3.5 Neutral. So let's see what this is giving. I'm liking the color on the sponge. I didn't even wet my sponge or nothing today. Nada. I'm going in dry. This is, if you want a natural foundation, this is it. This is it. I have a number of really nice natural foundations. This one, the Pat McGrath one. Oh, I love that thin consistency of the Pat McGrath foundation. Yes, it's stupid expensive, but in my opinion, worth it because it's so beautifully skin-like. Yet it still gives you like a little veil of coverage so that you, like, for me, all of my skin tone evens out. Same thing with this. And I also love the other Dior Skin Forever, Skin Glow, whatever, the ones that are in the rectangular. I have it right over there. I could get it for you, but that's really not the point of this video. Remember, I am trying to shop my stash and shop less. However, However, as I'm filming this, Black Friday deals are being announced, and I am very tempted to go on the Danessa Myricks website and shop for, like, go crazy and get her blushes and maybe even some of those palettes that I said I was not going to get in the Sephora sale. That would be downright crazy because I have gotten to a place where I've curated my eyeshadow collection to a place where I'm happy. So why would I go do that? That's called consumer craziness. And I'm kind of here for the consumer craziness. I mean, y'all, we work so hard for our money. Here's my philosophy on spending. Obviously, if you have a different one, I'm okay with that. Like, do whatever you want with your money. But here's where I am. I work hard. I'm assuming you do too. Even if you are a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home dad, somebody's working for money coming into your house. That's going to be my assumption. And money is there to be enjoyed. Now, not irresponsibly, like you have to budget, obviously. You have to save for retirement. You need to, if you have kids, be putting away for college and those types of things, putting money in your savings account. You got to do the whole like Susie Orman deal and make sure that your finances are straight. I firmly believe that. And after that, if you've taken care of all of your basic finances, my own personal philosophy, after that, do whatever you want with your money. Spend it wherever makes you happy. If you like taking vacations, take vacations. If you like buying artwork, buy artwork. You know what I mean? If you like buying makeup, which I do, buy makeup. Yes, we get into the whole question about like how much makeup can you hoard and all of that. That's another conversation. I'm not getting into all of that part of things. That's for you to decide what that looks like in your house. I guess the point I'm making is if you like buying things and you have the means to do so, please don't feel guilty or apologize for enjoying products. Our world is full of things. The planet is full of things. Why am I going on this rant? It's only up to you to decide when you're getting to the point of hoarding and not enjoying the things anymore. And the things are sort of ruling you instead of the other way around. It's not for me to decide. All that said, I might be getting on Danessa Myricks website and seeing what she's got for sale. What other Black Friday sales are y'all shopping? Do tell. I want to know because I'm curious. One, two, I want to make sure I don't miss any deals. We have a fragrance friend here in California. His name is Patrick. Hey, Patrick. And he's been DMing me about sales and he mentioned Neiman Marcus. And I'm like, oh yeah, I always forget about the department store sales. So I may hit up Neiman Marcus and see, for example, what fragrances they have that I cannot get on other websites on sale. So we'll see. This is the Bobbi Brown bronzing powder in Golden Light. Golden Light. I like that tone there. It's got some hints of warm, but it's still kind of neutral. I have a few things to just chat about before we go grocery shopping later on today, because this is the early morning that I'm doing this little vloggy thing here. And then I'm going to have my work day and then I'm going to go grocery shopping and I will take y'all with me. And to the extent that I can and can do it well, I will film the cooking part of things. Filming cooking is difficult because the way that you position the camera and all of that is kind of just like a pain to figure out. So we'll deal with all of that. But I had a few things that I wanted to talk about. Now, are you on Instagram or other social media like TikTok where you see reels and things? One of the funniest ones that comes out this time of year and then it stays in my head. It lives rent-free. You know that expression? It lives rent-free in my head. Is the one with the woman at church. And she's like, I'm going to tell you what I'm cooked for Thanksgiving. And she's like, all right. And I don't even know if that's the origin of it, but she gets on a microphone and she goes, I got greens, beans, tomatoes, potatoes, chicken, lamb, whatever, steak, fries, you name it. Oh my God. I could literally listen to that on loop over and over again. And when people do reels where they have that audio and they're dancing to it on the side, it's a wrap. I'm in it for like an hour, laughing and laughing and laughing. Oh, speaking of reels, I did want to share with you all. Okay, if you don't like the morbid stuff, just kind of skip ahead. You know me, I have this obsession with our mortality and the fact that we don't stay on this earth forever. And it really creeps me out. Like it freaks me out that we're going to die one day. All of us, we're all going to die. It's like the one thing we are guaranteed to have in common. But there's a reel that I came across last night that just had me in tears. Like, the ugly cry, you guys. Ugly freaking crying. I sent it to my son and everything. It was a reel about, we take our parents for granted. So this is for those of you that actually have a good relationship with your parents and care about them. I realize that's not everyone, but it is me. And the reel was something like we take our parents for granted. And as we get older, we spend less time with them, which is natural. You grow older, you have your own life, your own career, your own family, whatever. You move out, you become independent. It was something like as they age more, you don't know how much time you have left with them. And you see them less and less, especially if you're someone that lives across town or out of state or across the country or whatever, maybe in another country. And it was like, as you get older, the number of times that you're going to see them again dwindles and dwindles until you're a grown adult like myself and your parents are aged, they're older and you don't know when the Lord is going to call them to the heavens above. And if you see them once or twice a year and they live for 5 more years, then you only see them 10 more times in your life. Boom. That rocked me. And I was like, wow, I know it. I've thought about it. I think about it actually quite frequently. But to see it quantified like that, with an actual potential number of future visits attached, really did a number on me. My parents live in Florida. My lovely mother is 73. My father is 84. They're up there in years. Their health is feeling the effects of being older. And I thought to myself, wow, for example, if we're looking at 5 more years, that's 10 more visits. And this Thanksgiving is one of those. So that, I'm gonna get emotional. That just like really, that rocked my brain. That rocked my brain. I didn't know how to deal with it at that moment. And I ended up sending it to my son, and he's so cute. He was like, oh, I'm just gonna come live with you, Mom, when I graduate from college. And I'm thinking, no, you're not. It's not that serious. You're gonna go live on your own. Of course, he's always welcome in this house, but you know what I mean? All of our kids are always welcome in this house, but they do have to, grow up and grow their own wings and make their own way in the world. At least that's my belief. I mean, in some cultures, you can live with your parents for a long time. Not in this culture, not the one I live in. But anyway, the idea of not being, like being without our kids is just a hard thing. So anyway, now that I'm a parent and I'm dealing with all that, of course, I'm putting myself in my own mother's shoes and wondering, well, I shouldn't say wondering, really understanding more what it feels like from her point of view and how us growing up and leaving the house likely affected her psyche and sense of being, like her identity and who she was in this world, kind of a thing. Same thing with my dad, but I dare say, I think mothers in some ways are hit even harder than dads are, although they are too. It's a very biased thing to say, but in a belief that I hold that I don't know is true or not. Or maybe it's just like more accurate to say that it affects men in different ways than it does women. So I'm really worried about this candle. It keeps putting out this black soot. I don't like that. And I know a lot of you don't burn candles because of that. I'm still a candle fanatic. So maybe this type of candle, which is from Palm Beach Tan, they make some really great candles. They smell great, but I don't like that. Now, mind you, my own fault because I haven't like trimmed the wick is what I meant to say. Oh gosh. So I wanted a very simple look today. The Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. This is very pretty, a very, very sort of simple, light color story. There's nothing dramatic or crazy. I mean, you can make some dramatic looks, but it's really like a soft day-to-day look. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I'm just going to start playing with it. I may stick in the pinks. Like I might do that on the eyelid. Why do I always forget what it's called? The eyelid, Veronica. Eyelid crease. What do y'all call this? The brow bone? I'm going to do that on the eyelid. Maybe this through the crease, that to deepen up the outer corners, or maybe one of the grays to deepen up the outer corner, and that on the brow bone. Let's get it. How do y'all feel about an end of the year, like MVP video for makeup favorites? I think most of y'all are starting to come to this channel just to chat, which is totally fine. Thank you. But I do still love makeup. I want to do that on this channel. So I'm thinking about doing like an MVPs of the year and pulling out what have been like my favorite, most used makeup and skin and hair care products and doing like an end of year sort of wrap up of that. Let me know your thoughts on that and if you'd like to see something like that. I wanted to also chat with you all. I have like this whole list of like things. I'm like, I want to talk about this in the next vlog. You guys, I have this very strange thing that happens, and I wanted to ask if it happens to you also. When I am falling asleep at night, this is like one of the spookiest things. I will have, and it's been happening more and more as I get older. I have this feeling of laying down, drifting off to sleep, and all of a sudden feeling like my heart has stopped beating. What? And like I will jerk awake like now let me just clarify and say that overall I have very peaceful sleeps. I've said that in previous videos, and I'm grateful. I'm so grateful to just be able to sleep, peacefully through the night. I know a lot of people, especially us middle-aged ladies going through the changes, it can be hard for us to sleep. We wake up all in hot sweats and all of that kind of thing. I don't, have that yet anyway. I don't have that problem, but I do have this thing where like I feel like I'm going to sleep peacefully, and then all of a sudden, there's this sensation that comes over me like I'm a corpse in the bed, and my heart, it feels like it stopped beating. Of course, it has not. I am still alive. I wake up and I'm like, and then, I'm conscious of the fact that I'm alive and my heart is still beating. And then I like say a little prayer and go back to sleep. Does that ever happen to you? When I tell you that it is one of the weirdest, most unsettling sensations like of all time, my God, what is that about? Now, mind you, you all know I'm totally obsessed with our mortality and all of that. So I'm constantly thinking about that. And it may just be the sensation of falling asleep and my mind reading it as something else because I'm all stressed out about the fact that I'm just human and I'm going to die one day. Yes, it literally stresses me out. For those of you that don't stress out, you're blessed. I've been stressing out about that probably for the past, I don't know, lifetime. No, really, I kind of started to really think about it hard in high school. I'm not sure if I've ever shared this in another video, but when I was graduating from high school, I went to a boarding school and I loved it. It was one of the best experiences of my life. Had some wonderful teachers and some amazing friends. I was very, very sad to be graduating from high school because I was leaving the friends that I had come to feel like were my family. And I still am really, really good friends with some of those ladies, as I've mentioned before. And I feel like they're like sisters from other misters, and we're still in touch. And I love them. I adore them. We went through our coming of age together and all of that. They're very, very special to me. But I went through this period of depression. Well, depression's a little strong. Let's just say I was super sad, like unusually sad when I was like this happy, jovial person all through high school because I did not want to leave my friends. We were all splitting up and like going to different colleges, and it just made me really sad. It just made me sad. I don't know how else to describe that. And it was profound, like to the point where I went to see the school counselor to talk about it because I needed to process what I was feeling about the whole thing. So I did put the lighter pink. It's called Wit. This one, Wit, and then I'm putting this one called Vague in the outer corner, but the pink is throughout. And I may need to deepen up a little bit more, or maybe I'll just keep it light. Like it's okay. It's okay not to have drama on the eyes every day. So where was I? That started my like obsession with morbidity because like right at the same time it like dawned on me like, oh my gosh, we're growing up. We're not going to be this young, youthful, vibrant age forever. That was at 18 years old that I was thinking like that, friends. So it's been since then that I've thought about our life trajectory and what it all means just about every day. And then again, as I approach the 50 mark, 50 years old mark, I'm going to be 49 in, oh my gosh, 2 months, I'm going to be 49, and just seeing people around us, celebrities and others and friends that are passing away from all sorts of stuff, heart attacks, diseases, unknown things. It's like, okay, we're like within time frame that anything can happen. Anything can happen. Anything is more likely to happen. Y'all, I can't deal. How do you deal? Help me understand how you deal and just kind of are at peace with it. I'm jealous of people that are at peace with it because for me, I'm constantly thinking, how do I make the most of my life? Okay, for those of you that had to skip ahead because you're sick of hearing me talk about it, we're back. We're back to the regularly scheduled program here. You guys, I think I'm just going to leave it there. Who am I kidding? Let's get a little bit more. Let's get a little more going on. I'm going to pick up this. It's called Sheen. See, this is like the brightest one, but these two look like topper shades. These are actual chunky, like metallic, what do they call it? Shimmer and metallic shades. These feel like toppers. So I'm going to put the topper in the middle. Let's see what that gives us. Just a little tiny bit more punch right there. That's okay. So we finished putting up the decorations. Well, most of them. I still have to put out some Santas and some snowmen that I put like along the ledges and stuff like that, and on top of the fireplace mantles and whatever. But we're mostly done with our Christmas decorating. So I'm really excited about that. Hubby put out his houses. He's got like 10,000 village houses with the lights and everything. That's his job. He put that out yesterday. So I was watching Denise Adore. By the way, if you're not subscribed to her channel, go check her out. She's wanting to get to 20,000 and she's really close to 20,000 subscribers. Tell her I sent you over there. She did a vlog yesterday that I watched this morning as I was driving, doing my things this morning, my errands and everything, driving. And it was a great vlog. Lots of really fun information in there, including commentary about other people minding your business. That's toward the end of her vlog. Check that out. Turns out that she was told by some friends that she was the topic of conversation on some other blogs, and people talking about relationships and why she's not married and all this and that. And her take on it is like right on. I mean, I don't, for the life of me, don't understand why people can't mind their own business and just be happy for others and have to gossip. But by the way, I've noticed a lot of gossiping on some channels lately. I mean, gossip, ugly gossip. I don't get down like that. I like a good gossip. Let me be clear. But I don't know. There's something about the nature of what I'm seeing on some channels that's just very ugly. And I can't get down with that. You know, there's like a limit to the gossip. It's something to have a little chuckle in private about a thing you're seeing, a theme you're seeing, something you're noticing people do. It's just like a whole nother thing to publicly put it out there in video form and in a derogatory way where you mean to be ugly. I don't know. That said, I'm not going to throw rocks because I know there's times that I probably think like that too and maybe say some things. So I was watching Denise, let's get back to that. And she mentioned a technique on her vlog for mascara, which I have seen before and totally forgot. And I saw her do it and it looked great. So I want to try it. And it's like doing the top of your lashes first. So I'm trying this with the Lash Princess. I only have this and the Sephora volumizing big up, I forget what it's called, mascara down here in the filming room. She ain't lying. Look at this. Girl, you done put me on to the miracle. A miracle. I'm liking it. Wow. I have my Pat McGrath and Monsieur Big upstairs. Or do I? Anyway, I have like two open down here that I'm going through. Is the point, and this is one of them. And she wasn't lying. This looks really good. Okay, I gotta not get it on my brow band there. I don't want to be wiping that off. Anyway, her vlog was hilarious. She was remarking on the video I did about haunted houses and hay rides and haunted farms and the haunted forest part. You just got to go see it. She had me in stitches. I'm like, I was literally holding my coffee and trying not to laugh and pour it out of my mouth as I was listening to her talk about her experience in the haunted forest. Funny stuff. I'm excited for my family to come into town. They are arriving on Thursday. I have a sister flying out from the West Coast, uh, West Side or whatever. What song is that even from? I forgot. She's coming on Thursday morning, and so I'm gonna put her to work. She's gonna help me cook or finish cooking because, truth be told, I'm gonna prep a lot of stuff on Tuesday and Wednesday. Like I switched instead of making sweet potatoes, like baking them in the oven, I'm going to make a sweet potato casserole. That's at least one like traditional, US traditional Thanksgiving dish that I think I'm going to make. You all had some great dishes that you mentioned in that blog where I shared the menu. Oh my gosh, y'all made me hungry. Brussels sprouts with bacon. Woo! One thing I am going to miss because we're not doing the traditional Thanksgiving turkey type of thing is the dressing. And I'd love to know if you make dressing, because a few of y'all mentioned that. Do you make it savory or sweet? I like both. I mean, I prefer a sweeter stuffing, and I like it made from scratch. Although I'm not gonna lie, I like the box stuffing too. I cannot lie. If it's done well and it's got like the celery and the stuff that people also add to their other homemade stuffing, I like that a lot. And I like a sweet and I like a savory stuffing too. I'm not a gravy person. I cannot stand the look or consistency of gravy. Well, that's not true. Excuse me. I don't like the traditional like gray gravy, grayish brownish gravy. I like the gravy that comes from the drippings in the pan when people make it like that. That's really fabulous. I'm going to keep it simple like this. I ain't even doing eyebrows today. No, ma'am. But I'm going to comb them because they do get a little unruly. That's it, y'all. That's it. Do I want to put a little gel on the eyebrows? No. No. Do I? Let me see. I think I'm going to keep it simple like that, but I am going to do a little blush. I am going to use the Rare Beauty Liquid Blush. I have 3. I'm all over the place. Sorry. I will get back on topic in a second. So it's like this really light pink, this peachy one, which I love. The peachy one is called Peace, and that's my favorite because I do like the warmer tones, but on occasion I like to do a little pink look too. And so I've got Bliss, which is the light one, and then I have Hope, which is a little bit more pigmented. And I'm going to try this one just because my eyes are light. I'll do a little bit more on the cheek, and I want a light lip also. So on Friday, before we have that amazing lasagna for dinner, I will probably take my family shopping. That's like a thing. What do y'all do when you're together with your family? Do you do like events? Like we could go to this, it's called the Lewis Ginter Botanical Gardens, and they do like lights, Christmas lights and stuff. I've been in prior years, and it can be a little fun. It's not like the most amazing, spectacular thing, to be honest with you. But it's something to do if you want to walk around at night. You know, it depends on the weather. I think like my family, they just rather hang out at home in the evenings. They're not much for going out at night and doing things like that. So, and of course you have to go at night because it's a light show, like light flights, you know, like in the trees and things like that. But Friday during the day, we will likely go shopping. They wanted to go to the outlets, so we might do that. I don't know. That's kind of a bit away. It's about an hour away, but I might do that. I'm dying to get to the cosmetics company store, you know, and see if they have anything on sale that I'm really wanting or interested in. Not that I need near another product. My hair got washed today and it smells so good. I washed it with Aveda. The shampoo is called Pure Abundance, and it does give my hair a little volume. My hair is thin, but it has wave and curl. Like if I didn't blow it out, it would actually curl up and wave up, like a mixture of those two. And I did like the curly girl hair thing for a long time as well. Not a long time. Maybe I tried it for like 6 months. Let me be realistic. It's a lot of work. It's more work to keep my hair curly than it is to blow it out. So this is blown out. It feels really good. So I'm all over the place. I used the Pure Abundance shampoo from Aveda and then the Brilliance conditioner, and they smell so spa-like and amazing, like spa oils. That's what my hair smells like. And I love it. I didn't put much more product in it. I put that Wow stuff that you use for blowing out. It literally is called Wow, WOW, in the silver bottle. And it does give my hair some good shine. I have not mastered the ends yet, although I have some techniques. So I think my ends are just probably fried from using the curling iron too much. And I didn't put any oil on the ends. Oil helps make your ends. If you just put it on the ends, makes your ends look a lot better. I ain't do all that. Let me line my little lips and get some lipstick on them and get this day rolling, y'all. It's a lot of work to do. There is a lot of work to do. Excuse my grammar. Excuse my inappropriate grammar. There is a lot of work to do this week before Thanksgiving hits. A lot of our staff take a number of days off this week. Some folks take the whole week off. So it's a little quieter, and it's a great opportunity to get a lot of like documents done, document review and things like that you can't do when you're usually in a lot of meetings. I do have meetings today. I have probably I have 3 or 4 meetings today. Lord. I kind of just like the color of the lip liner. This is my Manners. Where are they? By Mario. Mario. Ultra Suede Sculpting lip Pencil. And this is in the color tan. Very light. I mean, that's just like a natural. Why does it look like my lips are all dry? Dry and sad. We're going to go to the good old Laneige lip mask for a little. Dang, I moisturized my lips today too. Maybe I need to drink more water. I was laughing in Denise's video because she was talking about people need to drink water and mind their business. And she's right. People do need to drink more water, including me, although I do mind my business. I try to stay out of folks' business. Y'all, I'm too busy. I got my own stuff going on and my own things to worry about, to be stressed out about what everybody else is doing with their lives. Okay, I look like a corpse. We're going to get a better pink. Hang on a minute. Let me try a bolder pink. This is called Everbloom 254 Everbloom from L'Oreal Colorish. This is much bolder. Hold on. I don't even think that matches with my eyeshadow. I don't know, y'all. Maybe I'll just do lip gloss and call it a day. That's it, because I'm tired of looking for a match. I almost need something that has a little bit more blue in the pink. I hate it. Hang on. Okay, let me see if Huda Beauty comes through for me. I do like her lipstick formulas, although the bullets tend to be very soft. I've had so many of them just break on me, but that's kind of what's appealing about the formula too. This is a matte lipstick and it's called First Kiss, and it's got a lot more neutral and almost bluish tones in it. Hold on, let me get this bright lipstick off. Okay, I'm happy with that. That is more in the range of what I was looking for. All right, so this is the work look. I'm gonna go finish putting my other jewelry on. I'll put a little necklace on. I always feel like that ties things together. Earrings, necklace, you know, even if you're feeling very plain, which I am today. But this is what we're going with, friends. I hope y'all have a good one. I'll see you in part 2.